Hi students, I hope all of you are keeping fine. So in the present situation we are not able to have the class due to the coronavirus. In this situation the school is providing you to learn the things through online. So I'm going to take mathematics in class 5. So the first chapter is chapter number 1, warm up. Through this chapter you will remind what are the things you have learned in the previous classes, especially from class 3 and 4. Now, moving to the first exercise. There is only one exercise and so many questions are there in that exercise that we have to solve. Before starting the exercise, you have to carry a copy and a pen with you. Now, moving to the exercise. The first question is, write the following. These questions, the first few questions are related on the number names and the Roman numerals, etc. Here, the first question is, write the following numbers in figures. So you already learned how to write the numbers in figures. So the first question is 12,005. So 12,005, first of all, make sure whether it is 12,000 or 5. So write that 12,005. So this is 12,005. We have written into figures. So after writing this, you have to make sure whether it is 12,005 or not. How to confirm that? You have to count according to the place value. Like this: ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000. So this is 12,005. For make it easy, place the commas. Then moving to the next question, 15,915. 15,915. Read the question carefully. Now write these words into figures. 15,915. The same way, first question how we have done, the same way you have to do this question also. Place a comma, count it according to the place value. Ones, tens, hundreds, place a comma, 1,000, 10,000. So 15,915. See, 15,915. The next question is the second question. Write the numbers in figures which have. This is also given in words, but one difference is this is given in words and also it is not in the order. It is given in not in the order, different order. So first of all we have to make it in order, then we have to write into figures. So just see that 7,000. After that you can see 2 tens. Then the last one is given 100. Normally 100 should be here. Is it or not? Yes. So read once again: 7,000, then 2 tens and 100. So here you can write here what is that? 7,000. What is 7,000? See, 7,100. Then after that 2 tons. That means 20. 2 tons means what is 20? So ones, tens, hundreds and 1,000. 7,100. 2 tons means 20. 7,120. The same way you have to do the next question also. 9 10,000s, 3 ones, 9 hundreds. So this is also not in the order. So what we have to do, we have to make it in order, then we have to write into figures. So here we have to write this, what? 9 10,000. 9 10,000 means how much? 90,000. 9 10,000 means 90,000. Then 903. 903. 3 ones are there and 900s. So in short we can write 90,903. So now moving to the next question. Question number 3. Write the Hindu-Arabic numerals. So you already learned how to write in Hindu-Arabic numerals. So this is a Roman numerals that you have to write into the normal number. That means Hindu Arabic numerals. So you know this is 10 and this is also 10 and it is 4. That means 10 plus 4 is equal to, this is 24. In the previous class, that is in the class 4th class, we have already learned the addition and subtraction fact of the Arabic, these Roman numerals. Here the same method we are taking. So 10 plus 4 is equal to 24. The same way here also, what is this? 39. And here it is 10 plus 8 is equal to 80. Is equal to 80. So we will discuss more about the Roman numerals in the next chapters. Let us move to the next question. Question number 4. Write the greatest number of 6 digits using 3, 0 and 5. This we have got only 3 digits here. 3, 0 and 5. With these 3 numbers, 3 digits, we have to make 6 digits. 6 digit numbers. It must be greatest. So just see that how many we can repeat the number. We can repeat. Here we can see the greatest among these is 5. So 5 we can make. See, the answer is 5. We need 6 digit numbers. So let us see 5, 5, 5 and again 5. Now it is 4 digits. Now what is the greatest among these two numbers? 3. So now it is 5 digits, the last number is 0. So you can see that 5,55,530 is the greatest number, the greatest digit which we can make from these 3 digits, 3, 0 and 5. The same way, the next question, write the smallest number of 5 digits using 7, 2, 0 and 9. With these 4 digit numbers, we have got only 4 digits number. With this 4 digit number, we have to make what? The 5 digit smallest number. So let us, you may think that 0 you can write first. No, we never write 0 first. So if you write 0 first, there is no value of this 0. So what we have to do, among the smallest, which one is the smallest? 2 is the smallest number. So we can write in this way 2. Then what is next? We have to make a 5 digits. See that 0, 0. Now how many digits are there? 3 digits. Now 2 more digits we have to write. What is that? 7 and 9. 7 and 9. This is the possible smallest digits which we can make with this 7, 2, 0 and 9. Moving to the next question, write the smallest 5 digits number using 3 different digits. So see that some more questions are there in your book. When you will get the book, you have to solve it. It's very easy. The previous class you already learned it. So this is easy for you. Now see that write the smallest 5 digit number using 3 different digits. We have to make 3 different digits and it must be the smallest number. So the answer is, you can write what? 1 and 0, 0. How many digits we need? 5 digits. Now it is 3 digits. 4, then 2. So ones, tens, hundreds, thousands and 10,000. So 10,000, 2 is the possible smallest 5 digit number. And also you can see 3 different numbers we have used here. 1, 0 and 2 are the 3 different numbers. So the next question, it is a problem solving related on subtraction. See the question. Ranjana ran 2059 meter and Kanchan ran 2507 meter. Who ran more and how much? So this question is related on subtraction. You know that whenever you are reading, if you get a problem solving, read the question at least 2-3 times. Make it clear whether it is addition, subtraction, multiplication or division. So after that you have to write the steps. So here we can write the step is, see the Ranjana ran 2059 meter. So we can write the step like this: number of meters run by who? Ranjana. Ranjana is equal to how much? 2059. 2059. Then what is next? Tangent, how many kilometers here are? 2507. So write the same step: number of meters run by who? Tangent is equal to how much? 2507. Now we have to subtract this. So let us subtract this: 2507 minus 2059. Have to subtract this. So it is not possible to subtract 9 from 7. So what we have to do? You know how to subtract. So subtract, it will be 17, and how much is remaining here? 9. So 17 minus 9 is equal to how much? 8. 8. Next, how much is remaining here? 9. 9 minus 5 is equal to 4. And how much is remaining here? 5. 5 is remaining or what? Only 4 is remaining. So what we have to do? 4. 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So 448 meter. 448 meter run. Who ran? So read the question once again. See the last sentence. Who ran more and how much? So we can write Kanchan ran 448 meter more than Ranjan. So whenever a problem solving, after solving the problem solving, so you have to write the answer in sentence in this way. Got it? The next one is, moving to the next question, encircle the prime numbers from the following. So some numbers are given there. So among these numbers we have to find out the prime numbers. From the class 4 you have already learned what is prime number. What is prime number? A number which having only two factors are called what? Prime numbers. So here you can see one is neither prime nor composite. You have already learned what is prime number and composite number. Composite number means what? Having more than two factors. Prime number having only two factors. The number itself and one. One and the number itself. It's called the prime number. So you can see one is neither prime nor composite. 7 is a composite number or prime number? See, let us see, 7 is a prime number. How? We encircle this 7. How? When we multiply 1 into 7, we will get 7 only. Any more number we can multiply to get 7? No. So there are only two factors, 1 and 7. So the 7 is a prime number. 2 is also the same way. 2 is also the same way. 1 into 2 is equal to how much? 2. No more numbers. So 2 also is a prime number. Next, moving to the 9. 9 is a prime number or composite number. It is a composite number. It is not, you may think that this is odd number. This is not odd number, this is even number. So some of you may think that all the odd numbers are prime numbers. No, all the odd numbers are not prime numbers. See, 9 is an odd number, but it is not a prime number. Why? Because having more than two factors, it is a composite number. Just see how to 1 into 9 is equal to 9. And here we have already got two factors, 1 and the number itself. The next is 3 into 3 is equal to how much? 9. Very good. See, 3 into 3 is equal to 9. So 1, 9 and 3, having three factors, 3, 1, 3 and 9. Understand? So having more than two factors. So this is not a prime number, this is a composite number. Some more numbers are given there. For example, I will do one more question, one more numbers. 13 is a prime number because having only two factors, one and the number itself, 13 only. So the rest of the numbers you have to, and I told you, as I told you, any point of time you can pause the video and you can note it down. Okay, so note it in your copy, and the rest of the numbers you have to encircle, whether it is prime or a composite. No need to find encircle the composite number, only you have to encircle the prime number. So some more prime numbers are there, so you have to encircle this. Okay. Okay, moving to the next question. Question number 9. Fill in the missing numbers in the factor tree given below. So one factor tree is given here. So what we have to do, some numbers are missing, that we have to fill. Okay. So you know what is factor tree method. So there are three methods to find out the factors, the prime factors. Prime factorization method, factor tree method, and the division method. Among these, we have got what? Factor tree method. Here, 120. We know that 60 is given, already given here. So what we have to do? Either we have to multiply, with which number we need to multiply to get 120. We need to multiply, what we have to do? Possible least number we have to take, which is the number 2. Let's see that. 2 into 60 is equal to 120. Otherwise, 120 divided by 2 is equal to 60. In two ways you can do this. In two ways you can do. One is 2 into 60 is equal to 120, or 120 divided by 2 is equal to 60. The opposite also you can do. The next is, so moving down, see we have got here, the first step we have got. What is the next one? The same way. How much? 60 divided by how much is equal to 30. The same way. How much? It is very easy. 2. 60 divided by 2 is equal to 30. Otherwise, 30 into 2 is equal to 60. So, such a way, the next step is, we have got a 10 here. Okay. So, how much? 3 into 10 is equal to 30. Otherwise, 30 divided by 3 is equal to 10. In this way, next is 2 is already given. Prime factor is already given here. So, we have to write the last number. What is that? 2 into 5. 2 into 5 is equal to 10. Otherwise, 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. So, after that, after finishing this factor method, factor tree method, we have to write that the prime factors of 120 is equal to how much? 2 into 2 into 2. How many 2's are there? 1, 2, 3. 3 2's are there. Into what is next smallest number? 3 into 5. So, just multiply and see. We will get how much? 120. 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5 is equal to 120. Okay? Is it clear? Moving to the next question. It is a problem solving related on division. Okay, unitary method. Unitary method. You will learn more about these methods in the next classes. So here the question is, 10 pence cost is rupees 154. Then find the cost of 1 pen. 1 pen. So let us see the steps. You have to write the steps accordingly. Cost of 10 pence. You know the problem solving without the steps you cannot complete this. To get full mark you have to write the step also. So write the steps. Cost of 10 pence is equal to how much? Rupees 154. It is very easy to get the steps. Read if you are not able to find out the steps, read 2-3 times the question. You will get it. So what is the next step? The next step we have to find out the cost of 1 pen is equal to how much? We do not know that. We have to find out that. So we have to do in this way. 154 divided by 10 is equal to how much? We have to divide it. So divide it. 154 divided by 10. It is very easy. Is it or not? So 1, 5, Then again, how much we have to write? 4 we have to write down. Then 10 5s are how much? 50. Subtract, how much is remaining? 4. So 4 is the remainder. What we have to do? We have to find out the cost of 1 pen. So place the 0, then put the points. Then what is next? 10 4s are how much? 40. So what is the cost of 1 pen? 1.5. Sorry, 15.4. So cost of 1 pen is equal to rupees 15.4 or 40. Anyway, we can write this. So I hope all of you understood what are the things we have discussed here. So some more questions are there. Soon, I hope soon you will get the books and copies. So some questions are remaining that we are not able to discuss without a book. So when you will get the book, like a graph and all. So when you will get the books, you have to go through that two questions. We will discuss the question unit number 2 the coming days. Be safe. Thank you.